Hi everybody and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a little bit different than what you guys have been used to seeing, and we're going to be talking about harassment. I have been being harassed by pretty much 4 core people that I can think of off the top of my head. Actually 5 now that I think about it. But these 4 core people have been harassing me for quite some time now, and I just kind of wanted to talk about it and get it out in the open. I know I've said previous that, if somebody is harassing you or leaving you hate comments or doing anything of that particular nature, that you shouldn't talk about it, you shouldn't address it. But I actually addressed it on my Periscope, and I found that I've been getting more positive, comments and things like that rather than negative if you address it and then just kind of like leave it alone and not talk about it again. So basically my harassment started when I started doing YouTube, and after my video went viral is when I started noticing pretty much these 4 core people. The first person, the 4 core people are all women, and then the last one is a man that we'll get into a little bit later. But the first one, she actually started messaging me on Snapchat and like talking to me, and I thought, okay, this is just a follower, let's just, strike up a conversation, which I did, and she was like a really nice person. And then she joined my Periscope, and then all of a sudden things kind of took a turn. All of a sudden I started getting Snapchats that were like legit 5 paragraphs long. Now, people open up to me all the time, but this I just thought to be like a little bit strange. Like she was talking to me about her personal, like everything was about her personal love life and like with all the guys that she's been with and like what she should do and how she went on this date and that date. And it was like, I wasn't trying to be mean, but I don't have time for that. And when I wouldn't answer, she would get upset, which really red flagged the situation. So basically, she would come into my Periscopes too. She would say different things in the Periscopes while I was scoping, and if I didn't respond to her right away, she would get really upset. So it was kind of like a stalker type harassment type thing going on. So basically what I did is I messaged her and I said, look, this is not okay. You need to leave me alone. I am going to be, blocking you on all orifices. So that's what I did. I blocked her on every single thing that I possibly could. And then I would say about 3 to 4 months went by and I didn't hear anything from this woman, and I thought that everything was fine. And then all of a sudden I see that she is following my kids on Periscope, and my kids don't scope, but I thought that it was really strange. And I'm just sitting there thinking like, okay, so I had to contact the kids, and we had to have this whole conversation, which is completely ridiculous that it got to that level, but it did. And I found out recently that she keeps on making usernames and screen names and, is joining my Periscope. And I mean, there's nothing I can really do about that. You can only block a person so much before you just have to kind of let it go. The second person, I remember she was a positive person. She was a positive viewer, just like all of you guys are. And well, not just like all of you guys are, just wait. So she was following me, and she was really into the Shake It Off with Angela series. And I think this person has kids. I don't know. But anyway, she would comment and just, be like a positive person. Well, when I fell off the wagon with my weight loss, she just reamed in on me, very passive aggressive, very like controlling, very talking down to, and I had to block her on all of my orifices everywhere. And recently, for some reason, and I think it's because my Shake It Off with Angela series started back up again, she commented on one of my YouTube videos saying, I know you won't see this, but, and then starts like talking, and I literally, I can't see it. I get a fake like little notification on the top of my phone saying when the person messages me if I block them, and I can't see it. I can't go to my YouTube channel and see it because I blocked the person. So let's just like put a kibosh on that. Like, I'm trying to basically tell these people, like, just stop. Just stop. Because if you do not stop, legal action is going to be placed. Unfortunately, it has come to that. I actually made a Periscope about this yesterday. So like 2 days before this video is going to post on YouTube. And I just kind of talked about what harassment is, and legal action can be placed. And it is a very, very dangerous thing. And if they do not stop, I do have all the names and things like that. And I have screenshots of everything, and they will all be reported. Let me just tell you. So the third woman, or should I say now child, that was harassing me is so crazy. I believe that this girl is like a super fan. So she was watching Miranda. She was like really into Miranda, really into Corey, really into, you know, Colleen and Josh and all those people. And all of a sudden she found out that I actually talked to Corey on Instagram. Corey and I have been, you know, friends on Instagram for a while now. And he's commented on some of my Instagram posts. If you guys don't know, Corey is the manager to Colleen, aka Miranda from Miranda Sings. And him and I kind of go back and forth on just commenting on each other's photos and things. And I think she saw that and figured out who I was, and all of a sudden started following me on Periscope. Now on Periscope, I do occasionally do an after hours scope. And if you guys don't know what periscoping is, look it up, because we have so much fun, you guys. But I do a disclaimer on my after hours, and I do say, you know, please don't join the scope if you are underneath the age of 18, because some of my followers will get a little racy. And if they start getting a little racy, a little, you know, spicy, then I get spicy, and we talk about sometimes inappropriate things on Periscope. Sorry guys, I had to get Snooki Louise. She was getting upset and barking. So anyway, so she would join my Periscope, and I basically, you know, said, you really shouldn't be in here. You know, how old are you? And even before that though, even before that, she was coming on my Periscope and she was like talking really, really weird, like how her parents abuse her and how her teacher slapped her in the face, and just like talking, and like, and we were all like concerned, like genuinely concerned. She told us that her dog died, and like I didn't know what to think of this girl until like some of her stories like were way too bizarre and way too crazy. So I had to block her on all of my orifices. And then what she does is she makes new accounts and keeps it going and keeps it going. And I block and I block and I block and I block. And it's like, oh my God, somebody has way too much time on their hands. And then the fourth person, this person was actually, I thought was a good friend of mine. She had been in the candle community for a while, and she had also been in candle groups previous to mine. She was a really big part of my candle group on Facebook, and you know, she would comment on all my YouTube videos, and just, you know, daily, like she would comment. She got me into Lush because I really never knew too much about Lush before, and she actually sent me my very first Lush bubble bar. She sent me my first Lush bubble bar, so I was like super grateful for that. I did a review on it, and then the crazy hit. So all of a sudden, one day on my Periscope, she starts acting a little strange. She told us that she was pregnant and all this kind of stuff, whatever, and that her husband was in the military and he was away and she was all alone. And this woman literally got batshit crazy. Like, she went into all the other candle groups and was complaining about literally everything, and just like really downing like candle companies that I support, like Yankee and Goose Creek and Bath and Body Works, and a whole other, you know, bunch of candle companies. And it was just really weird. And then all of a sudden she posts in my Periscope group saying how annoying I was and how she just didn't like, you know, doing the, and it's like, I'm here, like I'm the moderator of this group. You do understand that, right? So basically once again blocked her on all orifices. She got really, really upset, and she wrote me like a 5-page letter on Facebook stating how she didn't want me talking about her anymore, which I wasn't. A lot of the Periscope people were bringing it up saying, oh my God, this girl is crazy. And that was kind of the gist of that. And she left it to me. I didn't contact her at all. I didn't write her back. I never written her before, but she wrote me this letter on Facebook, and she said, let's just do a wash. I will never contact you again. You never talk about me again, and that will be it. I didn't even respond, and I blocked on Facebook because she made a fake account on Facebook to message me and say, hi, this is so-and-so, and this is how I feel about you, and you know, whatever. So we left it as she wasn't going to say anything ever again to me, and I was just going to drop it and leave it alone. Well, lo and behold, she comments on my YouTube channel, and I'm just like, oh my God, you people, what are you doing with your lives? Like, if you don't like my content, don't watch it. If I upset you, you can click out, get a hobby, you know, go see a movie, collect things, go collect beads and make necklaces and bracelets. What else can you do? Go swimming at the pool. You know, if you're pregnant, focus on your baby. If you have kids, take them to the mall. If you have a mother, just love her. But anyway, you guys, it literally was crazy, and I'm still kind of going through this whole blocking people and stuff, and really there's nothing else you can do until you get to that point where you need to go to the authorities. Now, this last person that I, you know, briefly want to touch on, this person, literally, him and I had butted heads ever since he started following me, and literally, I would say within 2 weeks, I blocked this person from my candle group on YouTube or on Facebook, and he just continued and continued and continued for about a year. I put up with this man, and finally, it stopped. Finally, he left for a while, and then he came back, and then it stopped. And I hadn't been tracking him, like I hadn't been looking at anything, looking at his Instagram. I think he has a YouTube channel, all of it. I don't know. But anyway, he left for a while. He came back. I hadn't heard from him in a very long time. And this is somebody that I actually spoke with on the phone about Bath & Body Works and Yankee candles. Anyway, all of a sudden, I get a notification that so-and-so wants to join my candle group. After I blocked you, after we haven't talked, please leave me alone. So the only thing that I can do is actually tell you guys that if you are being harassed, go to the police, fill out a police report. At least you have something on paper just in case something else major happens that you need to report again. That's the only thing I can say. And just to share your story, this is kind of the reason why, because I'm sure there's other people out there that are being harassed badly, whether it be on YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, Tumblr. I mean, that's another thing. The fourth woman that was being crazy to me, she not only commented on my YouTube channel, oh no, she tweeted me. She tweeted me after I tweeted Andy Cohen. So I'm in the midst of tweeting Andy Cohen, and she tags me and retweets what I tweeted with her new account, not hiding who she was. Oh my God, people, we're dealing with animals here. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching my channel. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, click the subscription box below and thumbs it up, and I will see you guys all tomorrow. Bye, everyone.